So when she first sees the script for Ravens, a high school drama, she does not want to do it. She's like, this is just another version of a soap opera. She wants to be a film actress. At this time, it was hard to go between TV and movies.
And she's getting a lot of almost movies. Like, there are a ton of movies that she's the second person for.
She's up against the Katie Holmes, Michelle Williams, Kerry Russell, Natalie
Portman.
Thank you.
Her agent is like, this is a really good opportunity.
She actually does turn it down and ends up getting a pilot written by the Mr. and Mrs. Smith screenwriter, produced by Jerry Bruckheimer. The pilot doesn't go through, and luckily they call last minute being like, listen, is there any chance she'd still be down for this thing? We've renamed it One Tree Hill. We're screen testing right now. We start shooting in 10 days. And her agent is like, come on.
Her agent is like, this is literally for you. They bring her in to read. Then they bring her in for a chemistry test. Her and Chad Michael Murray bounce off of each other like perfect little balloons. She gets the role like in the parking lot. He chases her out after the chemistry test and is like, it's yours.
She says even though she didn't want to show teenagers a bad role model, she was like, this has honesty and grit. She hated those Christian corny shows that doesn't show anything about real life. She's like, this is what it's really like. And that's why you have to tell stories to reflect reality.
So this is so interesting. She had turned down the show What I Like About You
because she thought it was irresponsible to be living with a boyfriend out of wedlock.
Yeah, she was going to be the Jenny Garth character. And she was like, I'm not going to just live with my boyfriend in New York City with my sister. So then the producer calls her and is like, if you are going to do this show, you have to know it's about fucking and sucking. And she's like, I understand that I need to portray being godly amongst fucking and sucking.
Yeah, it's really interesting when she can and can't. Because I think if anything, What I Like About You is a way more PG show than One Tree Hill, right?
Can I say One Tree Hill was a show that like I rewatched a couple episodes recently. And I remember even when I was younger being like, what the fuck? I feel like that was the first show that really normalized teenagers having sleepovers. And I was like, this is unrealistic. Like, I know, listen, I was a later virgin. I know that people in my high school were fucking, but they were not just like having unsupervised sleepovers often. That's crazy. I'm sorry.
Doesn't her character get like pregnant as a teen?
Yeah, but she's married. She gets married at 17.
Why?
Claire, that show was insane. Hillary Burton's character, her dad was like some sort of boat job where he'd be gone for months at a time.
So she lived by herself. She was like an unsupervised teenager?
She was like a completely unsupervised teenager, and Lucas would sleep over at her house like every night.
Things were different in One Tree Hill.
Things were so different in One Tree Hill. And she had like a perpetual video camera, a webcam.
Okay, well, that's actually quite prescient. That's literally the premise of iCarly, a universally child-accepted show.
Except for she was just pointing it into her room. And she would like draw in front of a webcam.
Again, I think ahead of her time.
Yeah, totally. Anyway, it was like very unchristian.